obviously the reason that I started doing circus was because of the values that I see that people who graduate from this program and graduate from circus and Cirkids and the troupe, they've got these qualities of just being amazing people, being responsible for each other, being welcoming, being supportive, being warm. And that's what attracted to me to circus in the first place. Was some friends of mine that were the graduates of the troupe program. And now I still see that. I see these students coming out of the program that are just turning into these amazing people. And as a trainer, you have people that you feel like you connect with, but very occasionally you get to connect with these young people who you're able to inspire, but you get inspiration from them, and that's really rare. But it's happened quite a few times through the troupe program, and I'm going to really miss having that ability to inspire young people, but also being inspired by young people and just admiring these people and going, I could never have done that when I was that age. I couldn't have done it. But seeing these people blossom from this program will always amaze me, will continue to amaze me. And I think that's probably what I'll miss the most, is just being a part of a journey of these young, amazing humans. Hi, I'm Jono, I'm Jono. I was Jono. I guess I still am, but I was Jono. My journey with Circuits started in 2005 when I started doing circus as a way to become more acrobatic in musical theatre auditions. That quickly transformed into a love of circus and not necessarily musical theatre. And then I quit my job as an electronic engineer to be a full-time circus artist and became a flying trapeze artist. Once that was over, then I came back to Cirkids to teach for a few more years between the years of 2009, 2010. And then I was assistant director for troupe show Wow under Dan Orban. And then I went overseas again for another 5 years, and then came back to assume the role of artist development coordinator in, 2016, start of 2016. So for the last 7 years, I've been here as artist development coordinator and then been directing shows and running that program. So now it's been 16 years teaching circus for me. I've ultimately come to a point in my life where I need a bit of a change and something a bit different to go on to the next phase of my life. So I'm going to take a break from teaching for about 6 months and do some other work, funnily enough using circus principles, because I'll be doing high ropes access things in whatever form that will come in. And then the plan is halfway through next year to start my own business called Fearless Academy, and that's ultimately teaching how to people how to fall over. It's always got to be the students, doesn't it? It's always the students. It always has been, it always will be. It's the development of beautiful young people, of seeing them grow, not just as artists, but as humans, and getting the qualities that I always look up to and see people have. And that's, weirdly, that's what circus creates. So that's why I'm such a big fan of circus, especially with youths. So I think that's always been the big thing, is the growth of young people and the people I mentor. One of the standout memories that I have was when I was teaching the advanced tackers class a few years ago, and we have this amazing young performer. Her name's Pippin, and she is currently in Livewires. And we were doing these drills where we jump from the big trampoline, do a front salt and land onto a mat that was on top of the foam pit. And Pippin was great. Everyone was doing front salts, landing on feet, but then it got to one point where Pippin just had a lapse of concentration, and instead of doing a nice high front salt and landing on feet, she did this half turn in the air, legs drifted up. She landed on back and shoulders on the mat, slid off the side into the foam pit, had legs kicking in the air, flopped onto the foam pit, brushed herself off, and walked past me and just went, perfect.
Do you have any parting Jono special jokes for us?
Not really, but when I was driving here just to do this interview, I was down near Glenelg and I was coming back to Circus, and you turned left from Anzac Highway onto South Road. And as I approached the intersection, I realised that I wasn't in the left-hand lane and I had to be in the left-hand lane to turn left onto South Road. And I just quickly turned, I didn't think about it. But I didn't see a car in my blind spot, and I like nudged the front of it and clipped the front of it. And then I kept driving down South Road and I realised that they were chasing me in the car, and I looked in the rear vision mirror and it was actually a family of koalas in the car. And then one koala hung out the window, was waving its fist at me and said, "You clipped us!"